Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program, Liberia First on GHT Talk. Today is Monday, February the 19th, 2024. We are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. We have our special edition tonight. Whose husband is Alioune Kebe? Sajo's or MACDELLA Cooper? Model Sajo Juwara tells all in a no-holds-barred interview on today, just about now, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 11 p.m. local time in Liberia. That's just about now. Is MACDELLA Cooper truly a serial husband stealer? Did she know Alioune Kebe was married to Sajo Juwara? Were Sajo and MACDELLA friends who modeled together? Sajo claims she and her husband Kebe babysat MACDELLA'S kids. How true is this? Are the photos in GHT digging deeper department possession real photos of MACDELLA'S alleged son with President Weah? Could MACDELLA Cooper deny it's not her voice on the audio, denying ever knowing Sajo or her MACDELLA'S husband Alioune Kebe was never married and she's the only woman he married to? Was Kebe ever married before marrying Sajo? Is Kebe bankrolling these ladies or he's pimping them? Who is he pimping? Is it truly Kebe's voice on the several audios in our possession where he's disparaging MACDELLA Cooper? Joseph Human Barker appointed MACDELLA Cooper as political advisor. Did he or his team vet her well? Could any other president appoint her to such position? To wives, be wary when MACDELLA is around. For these and many others, we invite you to invite someone. Don't hesitate, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. We've got a great show for all of us here tonight. If you are celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones, we'll say congratulations to you. This broadcast is dedicated to you as well. For all of you following on the YouTube channel, welcome to you. It's great to have you on here tonight. Yes, sir, Kiari. Welcome to you, lady from Atlanta. Reto. Welcome. Achitape. Good to see all of you here tonight. We've got a great show coming up here, so do stay tuned. Again, if you join us here for the very first time on this platform, we insist we will be civil with one another. There will be no curse words, no insults of any kind. If you don't like what we say, what we do here, we invite you to switch the channel, move to another channel where you will be entertained with your insults. Other than that, we will block you here. There is a PR City. Welcome to you, Bible Freeman, Inja Brown. Welcome to all of you joining us here.
Oh, na, na, na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, na, na, na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, na, na, na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, na, na, na. Jehovah Obadu. Yeah. Papa, you too good. Jehovah, you too good. Papa, you too kind. Miracle working God, give you all the praise, give you all the glory. You alone deserve it. You put my enemies under my feet. Because I have you, I face no defeat. Higher and higher, I give you the praise and I give you the honor because you're the king. You love me personally. See the testimony. You get the glory. You get the honor and everything. Yeah, you love me personally. See the testimony. You get the glory. You get the honor and everything. About you. About you. Papa, you too good. Jehovah, you too kind. See the things that you done for me. Papa, you too kind.
The good things when you they do. You just cut on my hand, oh. On the anybody bless you bless me. I cannot tell it all. I thank you. You love me personally. See the testimony. You get the glory, Lord. You know. You love me personal. Testimony. You get the glory, Lord. Yeah. How you do right now? How you do me How you do that? How you do it for me? How you do right now? How you do me How you do that? How you do it for me?
Are you ready? Oh, now. You love the personal. See the testimony. You got the glory. You got the honor and everything. Yeah.
You love me personal. You know me personal. You get the glory, Lord. Hey,
yeah. Overdue. Overdue.
Jehovah overdue, Lord.
Yeah. Jehovah overdue. Papa, you too kind of.
You too big. Jehovah overdue, Lord.
you too kind of. Yeah. Papa, you too kind of. You too kind of.
Jida Hot Talk FM 107. Good evening, folks, and welcome. Welcome. That was Moses Soiree, the late, or wherever he is tonight. We say, may he continue to rest in perfect peace and light perpetual shine upon him. Jesus, Jehovah Overdue. That's the name of the song there, Jehovah Overdue by Moses Soiree. Beautiful, beautiful gospel song there. Again, we say, may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. Okay. Tonight we will be holding conversation with our guest on here, Sajo Juwara, a model. Hopefully, she will be joining us uh, from her location. All right. But first and foremost, we like to acknowledge and extend our sympathies to the bereaved family there of Honorable Johnson Gweklo. Honorable Johnson Gweklo passed away this morning in Liberia. Uh, and it's very, very saddening to report to you or to be the bearer of such sad news. Johnson Gweklo passed away in Liberia this morning. And His Excellency President George Weah did extend his sympathies to the family, friends, people of Nimba, Liberia. And so we like to also share that information with you here uh, by His Excellency George Weah, remembering the late representative from District Number 9, Nema County, Johnson Gweklo. Okay, you have it on your screen there. And The President George Weah had it in his statement. He said, I am deeply saddened by the passing of Honorable Johnson Gweklo, former representative of District Number 9, Nema County, who family sources revealed died on Monday at the St. Joseph's Catholic Hospital. The late Johnson Gweklo was not just a staunch supporter of my administration, he was also a dear friend and blood relative. The deceased and I shared a very cordial working relationship, especially during the just ended elections. Former Representative Gweklo was a towering figure in the politics of Nimba and the nation at large. Sorry about that. Okay, let me continue the reading here. Former Representative Gweklo was a towering figure in the politics of Nimba and the nation at large, having served the 54th National Legislature and National Transitional Legislative Assembly during the country's civil war. He was also a veteran educator. I share in the grief of the Bee and Doro family while imploring the district and his immediate family to take solace in the Lord. I wish to equally convey my deepest sympathy to Nima County and those impacted by his irreparable loss. Okay, so we will do a song here to remember this fallen hero, Johnson Gueclo, and we'll do a song by Rodney Jah. Lord, we give you praise. By Rodney Jah.
You're so good to me. For all you have done, Lord, I give you praise. You're so good to me. For all you have done, I want to give you praise. Say, Lord, you've been good to me. For all you have done, Lord, I give you praise. You've been, Lord, you've been good to me. For all you have done, I want to give you praise. Look at me, how you bless my life. For all you have done, I give you praise. I can testify of your goodness, for all you have done. I want to give you praise. You've been good, yeah. Good to me. Yeah. For all you have done. Oh, Lord, I give you praise. Yeah. Lord, you've been good to me. Yeah. For all you have done. God. I want to give you praise. Looking back at my life, I can't imagine where will I be without you. So by your grace, I can make it up. Where will I be? Oh, without you. Oh, you've been good to me. All you have done, Lord, you've been good. You really been good to me. All you have done, I got to praise it. Hallelujah. This is someone's testimony. Praise it. You ready be good to me, oh God. Lord, I give you. You've been good to me. All time. I wanna give you praise. Oh my God. You've been good to me. So many reasons to praise you, God. Lord, I give you. There is a reason to praise the Lord. There is a reason to praise the Lord. Cause you're ready to be good to me. I wanna give you praise. You're ready to be good. You're ready to be good. You're ready to be good to me. You ready to be good to me? There is a reason to praise you, God. There is a reason to praise you, Lord. A reason to praise you, yay. Yay, praise it. Praise it. Yeah, praise him. Minister Prince Shimmer. You ready to be good to me, oh God. Lord, I give you. You've been good to me. All time. I wanna give you praise. Oh my God. You've been good to me. So many reasons to praise you, God. Lord, I give you. There is a reason to praise the Lord. There is a reason to praise the Lord. Oh, cause you're ready to be good to me. I wanna give you praise. You ready to be good, you ready to be good, you ready to be good to me. You ready to be good to me. There is a reason to praise you, God. There is a reason to praise you, Lord. A reason to praise you, yeah. Yeah, praise him. Praise him. Yeah, praise him. Minister Prince Shimmer. Rodney B. We give it a praise, Lord. Hallelujah. Woo.
Welcome, welcome, and again, may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. We say thanks to Rodney Jah, for that beautiful, beautiful, inspirational song there. Lord, we give you praise for the life of Johnson Gweklo and all that have gone before him, and we'll go after him. Okay, welcome. If you're just joining us here, this is the program Labrador First on Judea Hard Talk. I was just in a conversation with our guest, and she's gonna be here very, very shortly. Sajo Juwara gonna be here. As we await her, let's uh let's play you this recording by uh, uh by MACDELLA Cooper. Okay, yeah. Let's play you this recording by MACDELLA Cooper here as we await. We got several of them. We're gonna be playing them tonight, back and forth. So don't go nowhere. Yeah, don't go nowhere. Be my guest.
Cooper here. I Good morning, ladies. It's Cooper here. I have received. Good morning, ladies. It's MACDELLA Cooper here. I have received a few calls from some bold and courageous women, women who I just adore. And I adore them specifically because they were courageous enough to have reached out to me after hearing all these rumors on social media about me stealing some woman's husband or best friend husband. And these women who are just so brave and great and who are real women, getting forward, gossip around to others, but they called me and say, "Hey, McDella, we heard this rumor and this thing on social media. What is this all about?" And we had an in-depth conversation about it. And so I just want to, just because this is a women's group, put out the invitation to any of you who might have been forwarding messages around and not been able to reach me. You're welcome to call me. I'm at home. Give me a call if you have questions about all of these talks on social media. Um, and yeah, I'm happy to talk to you about it. Call me directly. I think all of you have my number on here because I think it's important that when women hear something about another woman, I think it's important to reach out to her and instead of sharing messages to other women, reach out directly to the source and let the source then explain her position, since we're women in this case, explain her position. My husband has never been married ever. There's no place in the world where he's ever been married. I'm the first person he's married to. So until some woman can produce a marriage certificate, those accusations are not totally true. And I'm just amazed how, good people are actually involved with it. But anyway, I know none of you are, but so I'm just saying that if any of you have questions about the rumors you're hearing on social media, please reach out to me because I intend to do the same if I should hear something about you versus going to discuss it elsewhere. All right. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you. May God bless you and may God bless the Lapa Revolution of Women.
Okay, that was MACDELLA Cooper, the voice you just heard. That was MACDELLA Cooper there. Uh, uh, Sorry about that. We having some little tech issues here in studio tonight. That was MACDELLA Cooper in that voice mail that she sent to a WhatsApp group and talking to a bunch of women there, alleging or stating that her alleged husband was never married to anybody but her. Okay, we will find out the truth. We'll find out the truth tonight. Who is married to Alioune Kebe? Is it MACDELLA Cooper or Sajo Juwara? Who has the key? Who has the key to the man? Okay. As we wait for our guests on here, there's this story. We spoke about it on Freedom earlier on this evening about Francis Yumalin. We're going to delve into it in our subsequent broadcast, but I just want to show you pictures of Francis Yumalin. I don't know whether that's a gang of rebels that he put together to terrorize the people, but this is Francis Yumalin. You can see the car there, Representative 64. Representative 64 is Francis Yumalin. With those men dressed in red and red hats on bikes. We got more pictures we're going to be sharing with you from that group. Okay. These are the people out in Lufa, the men put together by Francis Yumalin. Zolizo didn't put any man together. Taplazer Davis, who was denied to serve his country as Deputy Minister for Defense Operations because he responded to a video in which he said, and I quote, "The symbol of everything that I've worked for is in Liberia. If anybody go to loot my property, I will kill you. If anybody go to loot my property, I will kill you." Zolizo did not say he will kill protesters. He will kill citizens. He said looters. Our constitution do not provide for looters. Looters do not have rights. Honor the law. To say it is my right to come and loot your property. It is my right to come and take from you what you suffer for. Looters don't have rights. Protesters do have rights. Honor the law. The 17th What is that? Not even 17th Amendment. Article 17 of our Constitution guarantee free speech, freely assemble. It's not looters. Looters don't have rights. No, looters don't have rights. So where does Francis Yumalin come from to talk about to be Minister of Internal Affairs after he threatened the peace? After he threatened the peace, his men, we saw people died in Lofa, Foya. Electoral violence, masterminded by Francis Yumalin, now confirmed Minister of Internal Affairs. Same thing going to happen to the police deputy director named for operations. Somebody that killed Liberians, armless Liberians. Okay? Imagine that. Imagine that. Where is our country headed? Her Royal Highness, the Queen, Marie Pine, welcome there from Minnesota. Good to see you on here. She said, hello, family. Hello to you there. Okay? Where is our country headed? Decisions by Joseph Yuma Boakai to appoint MACDELLA COOPER, senior advisor. Senior advisor. Political advisor. Okay? I know some of you have problems with me discussing or bringing this lady on here tonight to tell us her story or what have you. Sajo Juwara. Some of you made comments on the flyer or under the flyer advertising this show that we were bringing her on to explain what happened, whether she and this lady have known one another and what happened. Some of you reached out to me, you were honest, or some of you were sarcastic and talking about what's in it for me. She's a Liberian. Why you want to take a Gambian over your own? It's the same way some of you treated our former First Lady, Claire Weah. When people just rain insults on her, lied on her, said things about her, and you cheered on. You didn't stop it. We're not insulting anybody here. We're not raining insults. We are digging deeper into the recording we just played to you. If you didn't hear it, we can play it again. But let me ask you a few questions. Over the last 2 years, a number of Liberians published books explaining about their lives, whether in refugee camp, whether in displaced centers in Liberia, whether they were being held bondage by their own countrymen. They were homeless, motherless, fatherless. What happened to them? Let me introduce to you This book, written by my daughter, she calls me her dad because she look at me as that father figure. And many of them do on this platform. Many of them call me their daddy. And I'm honored and proud of that. Anel Cruz. This book is by Anel Cruz. Survivor story of Anel, a girl from Liberia. This is about Anel's journey during, after the war, her life story. This book is on Amazon. But how many of us bought this book by Anel Cruz? How many of us bought this book? Anel came to Washington, D.C. and had this book on display. How many people bought this book from Anel Cruz and read the stories? How many? I'm not going to say how many. I'll leave it as that. Another person that wrote a book, the scarred child behind the mask, written by Paula Orita Reto. I call her the wife of my bishop. She's from York, Pennsylvania. This is the book by Paula Orita Reto. Okay? How many persons bought this book? Paula also took this book to many events to try to sell this book so that you understand her story, how she came to be. Okay? How many of us bought this book to read about Paula's journey? The scarred child behind the mask. You can also find it on Amazon. But it did not make, like Anel Cruz's book, it did not make the bestseller on Amazon. No way. There's another book. This book is titled George Weah, The Dream, The Legend, The Rise to Power, The Journey of an Enigmatic Leader. This book, written by Isaac Va Tokba and Emmanuel Clark. This book became a bestseller on Amazon. Liberians patronized this book. You know why? Because this book talks about President Weah bedroom activities. Yes, this book talked about President Weah's bedroom activities. Nobody condemned this book. Some of you that been calling me and asking me to slow down, to calm down, to lay her off. You didn't go after Isaac Va Tokba and Emmanuel Clark to have written this book without authorization. Nobody. Okay? Isaac Va Tokba went after the first lady in this book, went after President Weah in this book. Nobody said anything. If anything was said, oh, the first lady, she's Jamaican. She eating our money. Nobody said anything about this book. You didn't go against it. Okay? So we are here to dig deeper into the recording we played. We can go back to play it again for you. MACDELLA'S Cooper own voice, in which she said she does not know Sajo Juwara, and the man she's married to today never been married before. But Sajo will be here and she will tell you about her husband, Alioune Kebe, and she will tell you, let me just give you a synopsis or preview that Alioune Kebe uh, uh, was married before he met her and got a big child by his first wife, and they are now in Canada. I think the child is about 18, 19 years old. Okay? But he left that woman and married her. And MACDELLA Cooper knows the story. She knows the story. Okay? So how can she come up to deny ever uh, 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 saying that she doesn't know this woman? How? How? Let's roll the tape for you once more. The MACDELLA Cooper tape. But first, let's put this picture up. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies. It's MACDELLA Cooper here. I have received a few calls from some bold and courageous women, women who I just adore. And I adore them specifically because they were courageous enough to have reached out to me after hearing all these rumors on social media about me stealing some woman's husband or best friend husband. And these women who are just so brave and great and who are real women didn't forward gossip around to others, but they called me and say, "Hey, McDella, we heard this rumor and this thing on social media. What is this all about?" And we had an in-depth conversation about it. And so I just want to, just because this is a women's group, put out the invitation to any of you who might have been forwarding messages around and not been able to reach me. You're welcome to call me. I'm at home. Give me a call if you have questions about all of these talks on social media. Um, and yeah, I'm happy to talk to you about it. Call me directly. I think all of you have my number on here because I think it's important that when women hear something about another woman, I think it's important to reach out to her and instead of sharing messages to other women, reach out directly to the source and let the source then explain her position, since we're women in this case, explain her position. My husband has never been married, ever. There's no place in the world where he's ever been married. I'm the first person he's married to. So until some woman can produce a marriage certificate, those accusations are not totally true. And I'm just amazed how, good people are actually involved with it. But anyway, I know none of you are, but so I'm just saying that if any of you have questions about the rumors you're hearing on social media, please reach out to me because I intend to do the same if I should hear something about you versus going to discuss it elsewhere. All right. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you. May God bless you and may God bless the Lapa revolution of women.
Okay. Uh, uh, that was MACDELLA Cooper's voice. Okay. Yeah. That was MACDELLA's voice You heard it. I'm waiting for our guest. She's been texting me. Oh wow. Uh the ex-wife of Alioune Kebe is following this broadcast from Canada. I just spoke about her just now, and she's following the broadcast from Canada, uh, uh, and she's watching the show. Welcome there. Uh, Jesus Christ. She listening to MACDELLA Cooper talking about Kebe in a way and manner he she is, and this lady Eric passed away. I don't know what you mean by that, but let the folks help you. I will put it up. Let people help you answer your question. Okay? But don't put my name in your thing at all. No, Monique Boyu. She said countless Liberians fled the war and sought refuge in the Gambia, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, Sierra Leone, etc. Many Liberians benefited from the goodwill of those host populations. Despite the challenges that some Liberians may have experienced, many people came to our aid when we needed them. Love wins. Absolutely, love wins. Yep, love wins. No doubt about that, Miss Boyu. Yeah. Okay. Uh, we are waiting for our guests. To join the show. As we are with her, let's play this Gambian music here. We don't have much time. Sajo, if you are following, we don't have much time. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this song and then we're gonna bring her in. Hopefully she gets to join us. Yeah. There's Gambian music by Sona Jobate.
suola Gambia. Tunya, inina tai boso wola, inina tai fawola na. Siganya, tenyanya tamma bangolela. Siganya, siganya, siganya. Angana kafunyo mana domuta. Siganya, wili munya katani nafasato. Kabiyan kolde, inanda konyimati. Kabiyan kolde, inambo kailama. Kabiyan kolde. Inamola bangkoti, kabiyan kolde. Inanamo masia. Anemata, wale asa molo ya bunya. Barakata, wale atina molo mangana. Nimbanko nyima faida. Banko dingolu, alingana kafunyoma. Tunya, mangi misani banko dinyala mume. Bintata, dunia kono nying banko la diamba fola. Gamia nyonke, gamia kole. Inanda konyimati, gamia kole. Inambo kailama, gamia kole. Inamola bangkoti, gamia kole. Inanamo masia, gamia kole. Inanda konyimati, gamia kole. Inambo kailama, gamia kole. Inamola bangkoti, gamia kole. Inanamo masia. Cambialema, cambialema, tumala 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 cambialema. Cambialema, 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 tumala cambialema. Aina cambialema, alala cambialema. Nemo cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Aina cambialema, alala cambialema. Nemo cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Aina cambialema, alala cambialema. Nemo cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, cambialema, tumala cambialema. Aina cambialema, alala cambialema. Nemo cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, tumala cambialema. Aina cambialema, alala cambialema. Nemo cambialema, alala cambialema. Adamaya cambialema, alala cambialema. Cambialema, tumala cambialema. Aina cambialema,
Sur le show et les gens.
cambialema. Nemo cambialema,
Hey, hi.
Welcome, folks.
Yes, hi everyone. Hi, Mr. Gilman.
Sajo,
Yes,
good evening to you. How you doing?
I'm very good.
Good.
I'm just trying to stabilize my phone.
Yeah, please try to get it situated for this long awaited.
Yeah, so sorry about that because I was traveling today.
Right. How you doing?
I'm very well, and I'm so happy to be on your show.
It's great to have you as well.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
inviting me.
people have been waiting to hear you, to see you, to hear you, and it's great that you can grace our platform to come and tell us your story. I know
Yeah,
it's not a happy story, but the Liberian people want to hear you.
yes, me too. I'm very happy to be here and to say my side of the story, the
Yeah,
truth,
yeah.
actually,
The
the
true
truth,
story.
the true story.
Okay. Uh, tell us about you. Let's hear
Uh,
about you.
so my name is Sajo Juwara. I am an African woman from Senegal. My mother's from Senegal, and my father's from Gambia. I live in Paris. I grew up in London, so I did my studies in England and in France. Um, I speak I speak French, and my English is not too bad. Uh, Italian also, because I lived a lot of years in Italy. I used to model when I was very young, like maybe between 17 and 20, 26.
Mhm.
When I modeled for Women Agency, which is a very big agency that still exists, actually.
Right.
Big modeling agency. So my mother agency was in Milan, and they would send me in New York and Paris,
Yeah.
London for the fashion weeks, and that's how I got to meet a lot of people. And that's when I actually in that period that I met also MACDELLA Cooper.
Or during you met MACDELLA Cooper during your modeling career.
Yes, exactly, exactly. That's when I was doing my modeling career, and
Yeah.
I was dating this Italian billionaire, and that's at the same time that I met her for the first time. She actually came to me because she wanted to be
What year
friends.
was that?
It was in 2006.
2006.
Yes.
That was when you met MACDELLA Cooper.
Yeah. First time she came to me, the bodyguard stopped her first time because
The bodyguard, your bodyguard, stopped her.
yeah, yeah, they stopped her because
Yeah.
they people were not allowed to be near us. So and they
Which
asked
city
me.
was this?
It was in Saint Tropez, in south of France.
In France.
Yeah, in the south of France.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she said that she knew me. She knew my modeling girlfriend, Eva. So when she said the name, I'm like, okay, she was one of my best friends
Yeah.
living in New York. So I'm like, so then maybe she knows me, but maybe I don't remember her.
Yeah.
That's how she approached me. And I said, okay, to the bodyguards, she can come in. So she came and because it was the VIP area.
Yeah.
So she came in with her friend, Cassandra. And yeah, then she spent the whole night there in the VIP area with us, with our friends from all over the world. And when she was leaving in the evening, she left me her card.
Yeah.
At this time, she had the MACDELLA Cooper Foundation. So she said that she had this orphanage back in Liberia where she takes care of the kids of the
Yeah.
orphans, and because she was some woman from the war, and that now that she was back in the US, so she was doing this charity work to help the
So
people
the first time you and MACDELLA met was in France.
in France, in the south of France. She was there.
She
She
came
told me,
looking for you.
yeah, she came looking for me. She knew very well who I was. She made sure she told me the good names so
Yeah.
that when she talks to me, I'm not going to be afraid. I'll be like, okay, maybe she knows me. I was scouted like they say in the modeling. She scouted me well.
So how did you have friendship with her?
No, at that time, I mean, it was
No,
just.
I mean after that.
Oh
After
yeah,
that, did you establish
yeah.
a relationship or
She
friendship?
called me all the time. Actually, the friendship, she pushed it because I'm not somebody who calls generally on top of it. So she would call, invent some whatever job that she has in Italy to find herself there so she can come over and stay in my house. It was my house with my boyfriend at the time. He had the big house,
Yeah.
With, I don't know, like 14 bedrooms, planes, boats. I mean, he's a billionaire, so he had everything you can dream of. So she would
Right.
make sure wherever I was with him, she would show up with her friends. Some of her friends, Liberian girlfriends, even lived in her house for months. That I don't even know the girls on top of it. Like she just would bring her girlfriends over and stay there for months. Yeah.
Let's get to the meat of this whole thing. There's an audio we have.
Yes.
I've been playing it. You've been following the show. You heard me play it.
Yes, I've heard it. It was actually very well played and very, very right. Everything. I mean, it's audio, so the person speaking there is my husband. So.
No, I'm not talking about your husband's audio.
Oh,
I'm
the
talking
audio of
about
MACDELLA. Oh yeah, I've heard.
MACDELLA'S.
Yes, that one is the craziest audio. That's actually the beginning of all this, because when I heard this audio, I'm like, you cannot do something so bad and then pretend you don't know the person when
Yeah.
you've known her for more than 15 years, taken advantage of her friends, her
Yeah.
families. My parents know her. Even my parents are disgusted by this story because they don't even know how it's possible for a normal human being to behave like this. Because normally, unless you're sick, mentally sick, you don't
Mhm.
know somebody, know her family. I know her family. I know her mom, her brothers, her aunts. I've been to Liberia, I don't know how many times, who pretends that she doesn't know you anymore. It's
Mhm.
unheard of. I don't even think I've seen it in a movie. Unless the person has Alzheimer or some mental illness, you can't just turn around and say, I don't know the person anymore.
Right. Wow.
It's, I mean, really unheard of.
Uh,
Very shocking, actually.
Talk to us about this picture.
Actually,
Is that you? Is that you and MACDELLA?
me and MACDELLA, it was the day of the election of President Weah. So she went to vote because since I'm not Liberian, I could not make a vote. So she was the one going to make the vote. And
Yeah.
you can see outside the people are there, and you have the journalists. There's even one picture with the journalist taking picture of her. So, I mean, that's me and her there. It was the day of the election. She went to make her vote.
Oh, what year was this? 2017.
2017, exactly. I was in Liberia
2017.
to help her with the campaign. We
Yeah.
traveled together. And at the time, yeah, we were still friends.
Uh-huh. Wow. You were still friends.
I don't know. I mean, I was still already starting to see some things. That's really the period where I'm like, okay, something is going on. You sometimes as a woman, even you have feelings, you feel things, but you don't know what it is exactly. You have no proof of it. You don't know what's going on, but you know something is going on, you know.
Right.
But then that's the time I start to pay attention to things. Yeah. And when I paid attention, a few months later, not even 6 months later, I found out about her relationship, her affair with my husband. So I don't even know when that
Your
started.
husband.
I don't even know if it started way before, years before. I have no idea of that. But me, I can say for sure, is in 2017 that I start to have doubts.
Wow.
Jealous and cages.
Talk about it was.
Who can look in it for?
Yeah. Let me put this other picture up and you talk to us about it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
No,
we want to go to the bottom of this. When did you become friends? How come everything break down? And we are where we are today. Talk to us about this picture right here.
okay. Jealous, if I'm going to get for them. Yes, so this picture is in Central Park,
Uh-huh.
in New York. So it's me and my husband. And MACDELLA'S baby at the time, George Cooper, who's the son that she said that she had with George Weah. So I don't know.
So that's MACDELLA'S son,
Yeah,
allegedly by
yeah,
George Weah.
yes, exactly. That she said that she has with him. So she would leave her kids with us sometimes
Uh-huh.
when she travels for a few days. Sometimes it can be 3 days, 4 days, even a week. She would leave her kids with us, and we're just going around Central Park and yeah, doing the park thing with the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, her kids used to love me. I mean, they know me very well because I spend a lot of time keeping them with my husband.
Uh-huh. And she had no problem with you keeping babysitting her kids.
Oh no, she trusted me with her kids, like with her house, with everything. I mean, like she really.
Uh-huh.
Why is even more shocking when you think about it? Somebody who would leave a baby with you, who would even travel and leave them with you. So it's not like just for a few hours. So that's not somebody you don't know. You don't leave your kids. I mean, I myself have a son. You don't leave your baby with somebody you don't know for days.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So
exist
I'm I'm
anywhere
I'm
in the world.
I'm I'm scared. I'm scared to death. Because let me play this audio for all of us here. While you here, okay? While you here, let me play this audio so that you tell us uh when did you take that picture in Central Park with your husband holding uh little George? And
Yeah.
when did Magdella make this audio? Listen to it, okay? This will be your official response and the official time you are listening to it. Listen to
Yeah.
it.
Good morning, ladies. It's MACDELLA COOPER here. I have received a few calls from some bold and courageous women, women who I just adore. And I adore them specifically because they were courageous enough to have reached out to me after hearing all these rumors on social media about me stealing some woman's husband or best friend husband. And these women who are just so brave and great and who are real women didn't forward gossip around to others, but they called me and say, "Hey, McDella, we heard this rumor and this thing on social media. What is this all about?" And we had an in-depth conversation about it. And so I just want to, just because this is a women's group, put out the invitation to any of you who might have been forwarding messages around and not been able to reach me. You're welcome to call me. I'm at home. Give me a call if you have questions about all of these talks on social media. Um, and yeah, I'm happy to talk to you about it. Call me directly. I think all of you have my number on here because I think it's important that when women hear something about another woman, I think it's important to reach out to her and instead of sharing messages to other women, reach out directly to the source and let the source then explain her position, since we're women in this case, explain her position. My husband has never been married ever. There's no place in the world where he's ever been married. I'm the first person he's married to. So until some woman can produce a marriage certificate, those accusations are not totally true. And I'm just amazed how, good people are actually involved with it. But anyway, I know none of you are, but so I'm just saying that if any of you have questions about the rumors you're hearing on social media, please reach out to me because I intend to do the same if I should hear something about you versus going to discuss it elsewhere. All right. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you. May God bless you and may God bless the Lapa revolution of women.
Okay.
Who voice you just heard?
Oh, MACDELLA Cooper.
Magdella Cooper?
Yes.
Eh? Are you
Yes.
sure?
Yeah. Saying she doesn't know
She
me.
said, that voice said, Alioune Kebe
Is a husband.
Is a husband, and he has never been married before.
Yeah.
When did you marry to Ali? When did Aliu marry you?
In 2016.
2016.
In 2016.
Where?
In Banjul, in
In
Gambia.
Banjul, the Gambia.
Yeah. We made a wedding ceremony
uh-huh.
with my family, my father's friends, all the family's friends.
Yeah.
We have recordings of our wedding, and with a lot of, since my father's a diplomat, he's an ambassador, you had a lot of people from the governments, ministers, ambassadors. So it was like a big wedding.
A big
It's an
wedding.
official. So it's not something that's private. It's like it's really open. It's like a big wedding with like
She
people in
said
the
he has
so
never
very
been
typical.
married before.
I mean, I'm very amazed how a woman who doesn't know me anymore can pretend to be married to my husband. That's like, I don't even know what's really that about. Like how you can already pretend you don't know me,
Yeah.
and then you pretend that my husband is your husband. I mean,
We do have some pictures that you sent us. Do you have those pictures handy? You can show it, or it's in your phone and you're using the phone.
yeah,
Do
I'm
you have
using the
any pictures?
yes, I'm using the phone, but I don't know if I can
No,
show.
no, don't go inside the phone.
Yes,
You gotta mess up the
yes,
broadcast.
I can always
Yeah,
share pictures and videos even of the marriage. If
right.
some people, some officials, if they're not showing up, but Kebe making his speech with his best man,
Uh-huh.
I have all those pictures and videos. Yeah,
Wow.
it was my first marriage, so
She said he has never been. Is your
Kebe,
husband Alioune Kebe?
he was married before
He
three
was
times.
married before.
From what I know, because with the African Muslim guys, you'd never know how many hidden wives they have. But from what I know,
Yeah,
he's been married before. Even one of his ex-wives is currently watching from
yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
She messaged,
I got a message.
she messaged even on the show. They
Yeah,
have a son together. He's 15 years old. He lives in Canada. Looks very much like his father. Uh, he was married also to a woman in England, to a
yeah.
British woman. So, and they have a son together also.
Right.
And in Paris, his first children was from a French girl, and they have two, not one, two kids. And his older daughter is 18 years old. So I don't even know where she gets this thing. Never been married before.
Uh-huh.
Already to start with, he's been married before me, and I am his wife actually. Until he divorced me,
Yeah.
I'm still his wife.
Wow. I have several pictures. Uh, in fact, with you and my. I mean,
I
I
mean,
don't
maybe
understand.
one of these days you will have one of the ex-wives on the show. So maybe she'll have now another problem like this. She'll have two or three women to come and testify for her. I don't know what she's looking for. This is very sickening, like as a behavior to
Right.
behave like to pretend being somebody else's husband. What kind of craziness is that?
Uh, uh, let me.
Especially for somebody who's doing politics, you're supposed to be a serious person.
Right. Wow.
I've never
Wow.
heard of even in a man, like even sometimes man can be wild, and I never even heard a man says that he's the he's the husband of somebody else's
Uh-huh.
wife. I mean, like for a woman, I don't even know what kind of behavior it is. Even for her kids
What do
when
you
they grow
think?
up.
What do you think you are on here tonight explaining this story? What do you think is going on in the heads or the minds of MACDELLA Cooper?
I mean, I don't know if it's very, very, very normal because I mean, even for your kids when they grow up, what are you going to tell to them? What are you going to explain to them? Who is their father? Where is your husband? And you spend your time taking other people's husband and pretending even, since you've done it so much, did you even think now that you're married to them?
Right.
Can you imagine?
Uh, we have an audio here by Kebe.
Yeah.
Let me try,
Himself.
but it's in Wolof. We have the
Yeah.
interpretation, the English version. We have it. So let me play from that audio. Kebe's voice, and You tell us, what is he saying? I have the transcript. I have the transcript.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me play just a little bit here.
And you told me, oh, you cannot come because you have the kids, you are alone in the house. J'ai découvert plein de choses, plein de choses. Ah, hmm, je lui ai dit, parce que Seydina Mohammed, sur la tête de ma mère, sur la tête de mes enfants. Aramal na MACDELLA aduna alaxira yàgg na nag ngi def lu ne naan ma lu ne mi ngi koy wax lu ne mi ngi koy jéem mais man sama xol dafa rafet amul benn nit si kaw suuf boo xam yéene naa lu ba regrette naa bu baax a baax décision bi nag maa ko jëlal sama bopp man maa dem ba xam ni yàgg na bi ma ko xamee sax xëy na maa doon wax rek danaa ko gunge ba 2023 waaye dem naa ba xam ni kii mérité wul sax gunge wala at yow nag gërëm la rek laay wax di la sant comme li ma wax keroog imam bi ma ko mujjee jot rek Sadio maa ngi koy gërëm maa ngi koy sant ndax yor bi mu yor sama doom ndax baax gi mu baax ak yéene gi ma yéene lenn rek laa ko meree moom waruma yóbbu si yoon ndax man kenn musuma yóbbu si yoon te kenn yóbbu si yoon moom kese la amal doom waaye li ma metti rek mooy li mu dem yóbbu affaire ay affaire de yoon loolu dafa ñaaw mais à part loolu man maa la maa ngi lay jéggalu nag lu wax nga baal ma ak si bépp coono bu ma la mës a teg bépp naxaar bu ma la mës a teg li ma weesu sama àdduna nag weesu naa ko waaye damay ñaan yàlla may ma alal bu bëre ba mën la taxaw Mohamed moom nga xamante ni defe naa ne mooy sa àdduna tey ndaxte macha allah yàlla na ko yàlla lafal cat xale bi ndax xale bi 3 jours yi ma fa def rek jàngal na ma.
Okay, that's the transcript for the audio you just heard. It's a very long audio. It's about 29 minutes long, but we have how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pages of this transcript. And talk to us, Sajo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so long that we would not even know which part even to talk about because there's so many parts of this
Right.
long conversation with my husband.
Yeah.
Um,
What is he saying?
This part, he just he's talking to me and swearing to God, to the Prophet, how it was a mistake for him to have a relationship with MACDELLA.
Yeah.
That is haram. That it was, and he's asking me to forgive him also for doing that. And he's praying to God to give him a second chance, wealth, and a second chance to be able to make it up for all the bad things he's done by being with her. And saying how much he regrets. You know, it's just that the whole paragraph is of his regrets of of doing that to his family. He's talking about his son, how he was, having such an amazing time with him, watching him, and even make him feel worse because when he look at his son, he still doesn't understand what made him choose this person or go with this person and do so much bad to his wife and his son. So he's just asking me to forgive him and asking God also to help him to get out of the way of this person who's evil. It's his words. It's not me. It's him talking about her as an evil person.
Wow. Folks, we do have the transcript as well as the audio. We have about 3 different audios by Alioune Kebe. We will try to share those with you, share the transcript as well so that you see what we're talking about. We've been playing it and reading those transcripts for you in her own words here tonight. You heard her there. Let's go to another thing here. Why are you doing this? Why you decided to come out to, especially on a Liberian platform, to inform the Liberian people? Why you decided to do this?
Yeah, because I think it's not right when these things happen. Because I'm like, maybe even it happened to some other people who can't even talk about it. Maybe because it takes a lot of strength to come live.
Absolutely, I agree.
Your personal life. It's not something I even in my worst dreams think of having to do this one day. Maybe if I would go on an interview, be to talk about my business, to talk about my career or things like that, but not to go and talk about my private life.
Yeah.
It's not something that I find to be nice. But then I don't have any other choice also because it's something that's happened. I can't close my eyes on it. It's real. And especially when you're the person who's not saying the truth. And even for my parents, it's a disgrace for my parents, even for them to, even is an insult to go there and say their daughter, who's the oldest daughter, and you know how these people are.
Yeah.
Like the marriage is a marriage in front of God. It's not something we just, sometimes I even read some girls who said, oh, but this girl, maybe she just had a baby from this man. And she's there saying the husband doesn't work like that in my family. We all got married legally. And we have our husbands. I don't have anything against people who not married and having kids. They have the right to do it if they want to. But I can't be married with somebody and then have to prove that I'm married with the person because of the crazy behaviors of this woman. I mean, it's unheard of. So I never thought I would go to this level to have to prove even I'm married to someone. But I think it's the right thing to do because it's not it's somebody who's not saying the truth. And it's very important for me and for my family even, and for my son tomorrow when he grows up, that he knows he was made, out of love, in a normal marriage. Then, in life you can separate with your husband, but you can't be separated for these kinds of reasons. If you're separated with him, it's because things are not working for you. And even if you're separated, you can't go back and say you were not married anymore. You were married, you separated, or you divorced.
What do you say? What do you say to a lady? That's my young sister there in Minnesota. Tell me what I say.
Yeah, take your husband back.
Take your husband back, mama. These women come into your home just to mess it up, and they have no good plans for
They
the
don't.
man.
And I'm doing it also for him because I think.
Is that something that you would do? If Kebe comes, I listened to that. I read the entire transcript. He's begging you.
He's begging me to come back with
begging
me.
the prophet. He said, "I used the prophet Muhammad."
Yes.
To beg you. I went to the imam. I talked to the imam. I swear over my children and all of that.
Yes. I mean, I'm doing it for him.
You have only one son for him, right?
Only one son. Yes.
So how can MACDELLA say this man has not been married and all of that? And he got how many children in total? 7?
Yep. 7 kids, and the lady said he was never married. Yeah. Yes.
So Comfort Mamite say, I'm still trying to comprehend what happened. Why is Miss Cooper claiming
I
someone
know. It's
husband.
so crazy. I've never heard of anything this crazy in my whole life. Not anyone from my family nobody has ever heard of anything this crazy, that to go to claim somebody else's husband,
Yeah.
being your husband, is not heard of. I mean, nobody has ever heard anything like that.
What could
That's
be the
why my
problem?
only explanation is that you have to have mental.
Is Kebe giving you guys money or somebody paying him? Are you paying him money?
Yes, she's giving money to the guy, apparently.
She's giving
So,
money?
yes, a lot of money, and paying for his political party and all his, all his luxury things. She opened a club for him in America. I don't even know where she gets all this money, because she only has the child support money. So I don't know what other activities she does on the side.
So he's pimping her.
I think that's the word. She's really pimping her. Yeah. So she's getting money from, even on the recording, he talks about it, that she's going out with this old guy who's almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
They're using his house in New Jersey. The guy bought for her for $1 million. He bought 2 houses for her. This old person is married, has big kids, and they use the money of this guy to live.
What did you say to MACDELLA COOPER when she was in the newspapers for all the wrong reasons? Having 3 kids
From
or 3
yeah,
separate married men,
yeah,
and this guy from the bank or City Group, Dick Parson, would not want to see that child. And these children came to spend time in your home. You
yes,
babysat them.
yes.
So, tell us that story.
How they came to how I was with them in New York.
Knowing that this your friend MACDELLA COOPER
Yes,
has 3 kids. At least we know one of the kids' father and her get a non-disclosure agreement. She cannot
talk
take
about
the
him.
child. She cannot take
Mhm.
the child to the man's house and go visit your parent, your dad,
No,
or your dad will come and pick you up.
no.
It's just the money and all of that. So, what did you say to her?
Actually, is for Ella, I knew, because she told me that they had a story with Mr. Parkson, and it did not work out. She found out later that he was married, that she did not know this before, because this is not the story she tells you when you meet her. She doesn't tell you, oh, I have 3 kids from 3 different married guys.
Yeah,
He will tell you, oh, I met the person. He did not tell me he was married. By the time I realized it was too late, I was already pregnant. So you even think that the man is the bad guy, and you feel sorry for her.
yeah,
And you're like, oh my God, the poor woman, she was played. And then it's the complete opposite. And I actually learned all those stories really after we were not friends, because then I start to investigate on her,
yeah.
and even my parents were like, because I learned that the house she was living was not her house, because she told me that she bought this house. And then I learned that she was not the owner of this house, that she was kicked out of this house by the court, that she was not paying her rent. All kinds of crazy stories. I'm like, okay, this person was not telling me the truth from the beginning. And I even remember having a discussion with my father,
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, you have to check out your friends. You cannot be friends with people and not know and discover all these things after. I'm like, but Dad, if somebody tells you they're living in this house, like your best friend,
Yeah.
did you ever go to your best friend and ask him the papers of his house to check if he's the owner? I mean, who did that? I mean, I really, who's been once to ask his friend who told, okay, this house is mine, to ask him the papers to check it out? Because
Yeah.
a normal human being will tell you, if it's his house, he will tell you it's my house. He's not going to pretend it's your house. And even the house in New Jersey, I learned from my husband from that recording that guy is the old man, her lover.
The
her lover's
100-year-old
house.
man.
Yeah, but she will tell to people that it's her house, her cars, and whatever. So she has this fraud life. I don't know if
Doing this investigation, we uncovered that one of the kids, that the Italian man, he passed away now.
Yes,
Went to Liberia to try to steal this baby.
yes,
Did
exactly.
she talk to you about it?
Yes, of course. Me at the time, she told me that this person wants to kill her. That's why she ran away in Liberia for a few. Yeah, she stayed there at least for a year, or maybe even more. And this person was also married, and she pretended that she was married to him until we saw that article from the wife, because the wife also wrote an article on her saying how she stole her husband's her husband and had a baby with him, and he wanted to take the baby back because he thought that she's not a good person, and that if he dies because he knew he had a cancer, he did not want this son they have together to grow up with her. With this kind of crazy behavior, because he really thought that she was mentally ill, and he did not want. And I think if he was alive, he would have really fought that case up to the end to prove that she's mentally ill and that she should not be with that child, because nobody who's normal can have this kind of
behavior. Oh, folks are bear with us. I think she probably getting a call. Somebody somebody was interrupting you with a phone call.
Yeah, I think Michael.
We are hearing you, Sajo. We are hearing you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So he tried to get this baby back from her, but unfortunately he died of the cancer. My husband also talks about it on the recording.
Yeah.
How
that's how I got to know most of these things.
Yeah. He talks about it on the recording, how he does not have cancer, that he does not, that he understands now why this person was trying to run away from her, take the baby away from her before. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Wow.
And she always had the same profile, same way of behaving. You know, she's friends with the wives, and then she pretends she's the husband or goes to have a baby with them.
Yeah.
Always the same way of doing things. So it's kind of a pattern. I don't know if you have the word for this kind of sickness. A pattern.
Wow.
Always the same way. She was friends with them. I think she met them in church on top of it. She met them in church. She became friends with them, seeing them in church. You know, she has already kids. She goes to church with her kids. You know, in America, you go to church with your family. So
you began by saying here, when you first met, you were dating an Italian billionaire.
Yes.
And then she came scouting you.
Oh yeah.
Do you think she was trying to get to that man?
I'm sure, but unfortunately, he was so obsessed about me. It was impossible for her. I'm sure
He
she
was
tried.
obsessed about you.
Yes. That would have been hard for
That would have
anyone.
been hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wow.
So that one, I could leave the house like with the eyes closed. Impossible. Completely obsessed. So, but I'm sure she tried, because that he never liked her already. So I should have listened to him, because he knows the story, and he listens to what I'm doing. He knows about. He even had a call from MACDELLA a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago.
He's listening to this podcast?
Oh yeah, everything I do, he's always supporting me in anything I do. He listens. He knows the story, and he knows her, and he's not surprised. You know.
Wow.
Not surprised at all.
So, what do you say to your husband?
I mean, I'm really doing it also for him, because I think he has to come back to his senses. You know, he's a nice person, and he should go back to Senegal. You know, leave Liberia, stay with his family, go back to his values. He even talks about it on the recording.
Yeah.
He said that he's a man who believes in God, who has very good values. He was a good Muslim. You know, and so he should go back to his country and not be involved in anything that MACDELLA is doing, whether it's pimping that person, whether it's having dirty money from whatever government, because she's telling him that she's going to give him contracts or whatever nonsense she's telling him. So I think he should just stop all of that and go back to his family, and go back to the good values he has, because I'm sure he still has it. And there is no way I'm going to let him, you know, do things that are bad without helping him, because we have a son together.
Right.
So tomorrow, I don't want if his father is in a bad position, then it's bad also for him. So I would not allow it. My family would not allow it. So we're doing it also to help him. Him himself said it on the record. She's evil with him. She made him do all these things that he doesn't even understand how he did it. He's praying to God and Allah to help him. So
yeah. Wow.
So I don't know really. So
If he came back or placed a phone call tonight or tomorrow when he hears about this show and says, Sajo, baby,
watching, maybe he's
eh?
watching. Maybe I'm sure he's watching.
Yeah. If he plays a call to you tonight or tomorrow, anytime, and say, hey, I listened to him on the audio, I read the transcript. He got mad with you for taking him to court.
Yes, it's true.
Do
I
you
did that.
think you're going to explain about that? Do you think he will be mad with you again for coming on international TV to talk
Yeah,
about all of this?
I guess so. But I'm sure maybe in a few years or few months, he will forgive me and understand I was doing it for his own good. Also,
Yeah.
he knows it's
So
for his
why
own.
did you take him to court?
I took him to court. Actually, it was when I'm doing this fight, I'm like I should have a proof of it also with the court. This is
Yeah.
one thing coming public and talking about it, doing articles, but I wanted to also make a legal action to it. A legal action so that I could protect myself and my son also, because
Yeah.
this was kind of defamation of my character,
Mhm.
saying and also to just put a note that he abandoned his family. But we're still married, we're separated. I guess that's the word you should use, but we're still
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
And I haven't divorced with him yet, so I can't say never, never, never say never, but
Never say never.
yeah.
Here is your, I don't know if I can say best friend or what.
Ex-best friend. No, I don't even think the best has to ex-friend.
Ex-friend. This is one of the newspapers from New York. Model MACDELLA COOPER, a serial husband stealer by Richard Johnson. This was published October 13, 2014,
Yeah,
3:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wives should be wary when MACDELLA COOPER is around. They
yeah,
say wives should be wary when she's around, not if she's around.
yeah.
So,
They, they
uh,
should
uh,
really,
uh, yeah, talk to us about that.
they should really be, because what really shocked me the most is when I learned about all those women. Then I realized I was not the only one she did this to, and
Uh-huh.
that it was like really a serial
Wife stealer,
stealer,
husband
because really
stealer.
serial, just like these people who are like doing these things repeating.
Uh-huh. Here's another one. Lipstick Alley. That's the paper name. Lipstick Alley. In the African Forum section, it says 3 kids by 3 married men and
Yeah,
campaigning for president of Liberia against her baby daddy.
yeah. On top of
She was
it,
running to be president against her baby daddy, George Weah.
yeah. And these articles were out already at that time in
This
2000.
was October 23rd, 2016.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't even know how she can be running for president. I mean, with all these bad stories. I mean, in my country, whether it's in Africa or even in Europe, I mean, for less than this, there's no way you can be any political figure, because you have to
Uh-huh.
be a model to the women, role model to the other people who are politicians. I mean, and
Right.
they take the best of the best. So I don't even know how you can have
How?
kind of character and behavior and still be a political figure.
Yeah,
Maybe in like
we're gonna come to the politics of it. Here's another paper called City Metro, Q City Metro. Uh, says City Group CEO fathered child with model.
exactly.
This is May 25th, 2009.
Yeah. And yes, and so the city group also uh, Roxanne, because I'm always making a
Dick Parson. That's
big
Dick
part
Parson.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he's still married. He's still married with his wife and have his kids.
Yeah.
So her plan did not work out. It was the plan of making the baby and making him leave the wife, and that did not work out also. And still the same thing, married and in the same way of behaving.
That's the man
She
from
was
City
first
Group. That's the man from City Group who say he wants nothing to do with the child. He'll
nothing
just
to
pay the
do with the
money.
child. He pays the money because he did not know her enough to be even having a baby with her. Everything was planned from her. And so when he realized that she actually played him for him, if there was no way he would want to have anything to do with that baby or her. She was friends with the wife as usual. And then he helped her even on her foundation. He donated. They thought they were doing a nice gesture. And, it took him like maybe being with her once or two times to be pregnant. So that's somebody when you see somebody once or two times, you don't really know them.
Wow.
So of course you feel trapped. And
You talk about a role model. Kebe Kula Clark says, "Oh well, in my country, Liberia, even the worst killer can become representative, senator, and even president. We award bad behavior."
yeah, that's how I felt it also. When I saw that,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, it's just that they really award the bad behavior. Wow. Like, okay.
Jessica Jarrett.
I want my daughter.
Jessica says here, our first lady need to protect the men in her family from
Oh
MACDELLA
yeah,
Cooper.
she better because
Yeah,
this is a serial,
we have a photo. We have a photo with MACDELLA Cooper
serial
introducing you
yes,
to Jojo.
yes. I met
Yeah,
him in Liberia when I was there.
let's put it up. Eh?
Yes, we met at the hotel. Yeah, we met in Liberia.
In
In my,
Liberia. Let me put the actual picture I want up here. Now she and Jojo.
yes. Yeah, that's me and him.
That's you.
Yeah, we're shaking the hands. Yeah.
Yeah. So with this introduction being made, when did she do that recording to send it to the group? Do you know?
Yeah, I think she did it in 2018.
2018?
No, this was like in 2017, 18. Yeah.
Right. Wow. So what kind of conversation was going on here among the three of you? I know there's some introduction, but what did she say?
Yeah,
Meet my best friend?
yeah, exactly. Been my best friend. She lives in Paris, and you know, um, this was like in 2017, 18. I think he even told me he was getting married or something like that at the time. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, and I saw
I'm
him.
laughing. I'm laughing at some of the comments the people training here.
Yeah.
Especially this one from all the way Australia, Paul Higbert Stem. See what Mr. Gilmore gets on your case, just forget it. You are done.
Wow.
Yeah, because Sajo, uh, uh, oh, if you can hear me, continue talking. My computer just froze. Let me restart quick. Okay? Sajo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, just continue talking.
Okay, no
Let me
problem.
reboot my computer, okay? My
Yes.
computer froze. So you can let everybody know that my computer froze.
Okay. So Mr. Gilman is going to be back soon. He has a small problem with his computer. It's frozen, so he'll be back in a few seconds with us. I wish I could see the chat so I could maybe answer to some questions, but I can't see them very well. When Mr. Gilman get on your case, just forget about it. You are done. Yeah, I think it's a great thing he's doing to talk the truth out to everyone in Liberia and around the world. We should thank God that you have people like Mr. Gilman. So I don't know when he's going to be back because I'm not a professional of the show, but I'm going to try to get a woman with this kind of character who's no role model to any daughter. Because I don't want my daughter or
Okay,
anyone doesn't want his daughter to do these kinds of things. So yeah, only in Liberia this kind of profile can run for presidential.
absolutely. Thank you there, Sajo, for
I
holding
try
on.
to
And of
do
course, so
I
we
try to answer to some messages at the same time, but
right, we
yeah.
apologize. We had a little technical glitch here in studio, and but we are back with you.
Yes.
Every corner, welcome to you there. We got a great show going on here. Mozart Dennis. You say, my man, stop laughing. This thing is serious. Absolutely. It is serious, Mozart. It's serious.
And
But
sad even sometimes I think.
eh,
Serious and sad at some point also. I'm like,
it's serious, sad. But then you just, laugh it up.
and
But
then laugh it up. You have to laugh it up because at
you
some
have to
point
laugh it up. What can you
this is the
do?
only what can you do. I even said it on the recording. You
Yeah,
can't drive yourself crazy on things that are beyond the
yeah.
understandable. So at some point we
So
even
I was going, you know, before you came on the show,
Mhm.
I was on the radio in Monrovia today,
Yes.
national radio that covered the entire country, as well as on video. You tried calling me that time. I was busy,
Yes.
and I explained to the Liberian people about Liberians that wrote books, and uh, 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 this one of the books here,
Wow.
uh, the Scarred Child Behind the Mask, written by Paula Orito Reto about her life growing
Mm.
up. This another I know her very well. I know all of these authors I'm going to show you. There's a book by Anel Cruz,
Yeah,
the
and then
survival story of Anel.
yeah.
Anel is in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. She referred to me as her daddy. She looked at me as her father figure.
Wow.
These two books, none of them made the best seller on Amazon. They
Okay.
did not. This book about George Weah and Clyde Weah, written by Azeva Tokba and Emmanuel Clark, about President Weah Barron stories and all of the worst things. It made bestseller
Wow. Yeah, no doubt.
because our people buy negativities.
Yes.
And he was not authorized to write the book, or they were not
Wow.
authorized. So when I began your story, to tell your story here, digging deeper into your story, some people got mad with me. Why you want to bring a Gambian? You taking a Gambian over a Liberian
Yes.
and what have you? But that's my style. What sows for the good, for the goose, sows for the gander. Okay? I don't choose my advocacy. I don't see any wrong in what I'm doing here with you tonight. It could be my sister, it could be my daughter.
Yes.
I don't see any wrong. Not because somebody trended earlier on that Liberians sought refuge in Senegal, Gambia, and they were treated well.
Yes.
MACDELLA Cooper knew about you. She went looking for you,
Yeah. She was in Senegal and Gambia
and
with
you
me.
and you embrace her. You welcome her. When she mentioned one or
Mm.
two persons that you were friends with before you got to know her, you
Yes.
welcome her. Her payback was to take your husband,
Yeah.
and nobody wants to hear that story. So we got energized just by that to bring you to the global stage to tell the story.
Thank you.
Are you willing? You want to talk about that a little bit? And let me ask you: are you willing to take some phone calls, some callers?
Okay.
About 3 or 5.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So, folks, we're gonna open up the phone lines here. If you want to call to ask our guests any question here, make sure the question is relative to the conversation and what have you. Okay. Our lines are open. You can call us here, WhatsApp, and direct the same number, 313-957-9702. Say your name, where you call from, state your question. Okay? So go ahead, Sajo. While we are with our callers.
Yes. So you wanted to talk about the part that she traveled with me in Senegal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, definitely traveled.
Okay, let's take our first caller.
Okay.
317-7972. Hello, your name?
Hi, Mr. Gilman. How you doing?
I'm good.
This is Veronica Snodnama.
Miss Nama, welcome.
Thank you. So my sister out there, Sajo.
Yes.
You are the real MVP.
Thank
we
you.
say in Africa or in Liberia.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's not easy for you to have come on the show.
Yeah.
But you came to clear your name. I bet if the challenge was not posed as though if there is a woman who is married,
right,
let her bring a certificate or let her prove it.
Yeah.
We are all married. Friends snatch husbands and stuff away. I empathize with your situation and I say thank you for being bold to come out to clear this entire thing. One thing, you're not just clearing your name, you're clearing the issue with us in Liberia, the women who falsely look for a person as a role model who actually isn't.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
also, you're coming on this platform, clear out Mr. Gilman's quest, the insults lately, the all the I don't know how to say it, the shenanigans and hittigans and hooligans.
Right.
Mr. Gilman is pushing something that have no base, no iota of truth.
Correct.
He's just digging up something. He's just crying wolf. He's just playing politics. But this is actually a good thing. It would clear out a lot of things for us Liberians. And it's a message out there to other women and married people and to my friendship, man. The friendship thing.
Yeah.
The friendship thing. You leave your kids to somebody. Nobody leave their kids to carry for 9 months. Or a child to carry for 9 months with somebody you don't know and you don't trust.
You don't trust. Correct.
If I would leave my dog, because for us in America, we believe in the dog thing or the pets.
Yeah.
If I would give my dog to somebody, it's because I trust that person. Then moreover to say somebody I carry, my children I carry for 9 months. To leave them with another human being, it is somebody I know. Your story said you're met from her asking questions. So I want to know Michelle Obama. I found out which school Michelle Obama goes to, which school she went to, who her friends were and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to be able to get to her because I want to get what she has.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? So the starting of the whole story coming to where it is, I feel for you, but I said thank you, and sorry. Let me say sorry on behalf of my Liberian sister. She's a Liberian. I am a Liberian.
Correct.
So sorry to you. Sorry. But thank you for coming out. That's being very bold. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And may God I see you through.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was beautiful. Let's take Ms. Howe, Felicia Howe. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Gamer.
Yeah, welcome.
How you doing? Thank you for the show. What a little name again?
Sajo Juwara.
Hi, Miss Sajo. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It takes a brave woman to do what you're doing.
Yes.
It takes a very brave woman. But the only thing I would tell you, take him back. And then later on, you can dump him. Okay?
Yes.
Don't leave him in Liberia. Take him back, and then you can dump him later on. That's your baby daddy. She don't respect baby daddy. That lady.
No.
There's no way. When she was running, saying all kinds of bad stuff about Sajo Weah, the former president, there's no way I would have a child by a man and then throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, there's a question you will answer to your child.
Yes.
If you love your children, you don't do that.
No.
You don't.
No.
No, you don't.
There's no way. I don't care we're not together, but I cannot throw him under the bus because what? We got a child between us.
Right.
But this lady, she's bad. She's not a good lady.
No.
For her to say on the audio and say she don't know you, or some lady, and you are in Liberia, she was introducing you to Jojo. Are you for real? Take that man back. And then you cook him, you dump him later. Don't leave him over there. Take him back. That's your baby daddy. She will spoil him.
Yeah, he's gonna be destroyed.
She will hurt him more than what he is now. She will hurt him because she's good at hurting her baby fathers. We all know that. And for her to be desperate, that money can whiskey, people husband, your name will be in the paper. That is so sad. I just want to tell you sorry, but take that man back. And then you can dump him later on. That's your baby daddy. Don't leave him over there because she will tear him apart. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you.
Thank you very much. Let's take this caller from Australia on the WhatsApp line by Paul Higberstem on the WhatsApp line. Unmute yourself. Higberstem.
Hi, Mr. Gimo. How are you?
Fine, welcome.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Mr. Gimo, I have a question for the guest. At what point she get to know the DDD of the lady in question?
2018. We asked that question. She answered. She answered that question. Yeah. Let me take another caller. Let me take another caller. Hello, caller. Oh, 763. You muted your phone. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman.
Yeah, welcome. Your name?
Yeah, Mozart.
Oh, Mozart, Dennis.
Yeah.
Welcome, my man. Welcome. I will save your number. Let's hear you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I in Minnesota now.
I know. I see the Minnesota number. Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing, a lot of African movies. I think your guest that need to make an African movie, bro.
You said the guest need to make African movie.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, it's serious, man.
I mean,
it is serious.
Actually, the French
society and they do that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
They watch too much African movies, so they try to perform it on other people.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, it would be a good movie. This one.
Thank you very much, Mozart. I will call you. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Let me take these other colors here.
It'd be a good movie made of real eyes.
267-5474. Hello. 267-5474. Hello. 267-5474. Okay. 801-8187. Hello. 801 8187. Hello. Okay. If you call, you gotta pay attention to details. Okay. We'll allow one or two more callers before we go back to our guests to begin to wrap up. If we done, we'll go to her. So far, what you make of those ladies that called, telling you thank you for coming up and supporting you? What you make of that?
Beautiful. Yeah, that was really very beautiful. Actually, it's the best part of the show because I'm like, it is not very easy to come on a show and talk about your life, your private life, So yeah, so it makes me really feel much better with what I'm doing, and I believe in it. So I think I'm doing the right thing, but it's not easy, and it's also good for the other women. Maybe some other women also live the same.
Yes,
same
there are people
need,
can say,
maybe they were not able to,
yeah.
family because of people telling them don't go.
Please mute your lines. Mute your lines. Or let's take Telmo Say from Minnesota. Telmo, welcome.
Hey, Mr. Gilman.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Good.
Hey, Sajo.
Yes, hi. Hi, hello.
Hey, Sajo. Can you hear me?
She can hear you. She said hi.
I can see hi.
Go ahead.
Please take your husband back. Marriage is very special and sacred to God. And sometimes these women come into our homes, and it's not because they love this man, but because of what they think they can benefit at that time. You know, they take over the home, or because they see you happy and they want what you have, and then they take over your home, damage it, and dump the man. I think you should take your husband back, forgive him, take him back with your whole heart, love him even more. Men are like babies, you know, sometimes they need to be pampered. If he's sincere, you should go ahead and take your husband back. I think JMB is going to be the next victim. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Telmo Wase. Let's take this caller here, 612-1994. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead. Your name?
My name is Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And thank you so much. I want to say thank you for this program.
Mhm.
You know, I heard you saying something earlier about not taking no side. You know, it can be anybody when they're doing the wrong thing. You know, make sure you let them know that, you know, what they were doing was wrong.
Right.
You know, and I really appreciate you for doing that. To my sister in the studio, we, on behalf of the LeBron community, we want to say sorry. Yes. I'm even seen right now to even tell you sorry. Because what this lady have done to you, it is very disgraceful for real. We're so sorry. And she's not gonna go free. The wonderful God that we worship gonna visit her. Wow. Because you done so much good for her. And she at the end she turn her back against you.
Yeah.
God will fight your battle, Mama. Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Musa Brown will be our last caller. Musa Brown, New Jersey, welcome. From there we'll go to AB Kone.
Hey, Mr. Gilman, how you doing?
I'm good, welcome.
Yeah, Sajo or Sabio, I don't know the name.
Sajo.
Sajo. Okay.
Like Sajo said, but you not say the Joseph, you not say the say, you say Sajo.
Sajo. Okay, good. Good evening, and welcome to the biggest platform. The most investigative, the more intelligent, the more truthful, the more tolerant platform that you have ever seen on planet Earth is Gita Hato. We say welcome again. First of all, Mr. Gilman, is this not the same MACDELLA Cooper that everybody in Liberia, the opposition, have been saying that Weah can't come to America because of the charge she had for him?
Yeah.
Is that the same MACDELLA Cooper?
That's the same MACDELLA Cooper, yeah.
I thought they said man is promiscuous, but I don't know. Polygamous is for men, but I don't know what else that women polygamous. This is what you're saying. But what I can say to you, Sajo, take back your husband.
Yes.
Don't leave him there. Somebody said take him and dump him. No, don't dump him. There is something playing in the air. So now MACDELLA Cooper is working to be somebody who just want to slash people's husbands. Please take your husband, treat him as the Quran says, because I know you are Muslim. Yes. You should treat her. You should treat your husband. Treat him like that. Take care of him because you got a child by him and he loves you. Take his apology, accept it. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Musa Brown from New Jersey. Let's go to our senior analyst, Mr. Connor. Bro, Connor.
Yeah, brother. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and good evening to our dear sister Sajo Juwara. I assume you are a Muslim.
I mean, you got a video in the background.
Hold on, let me see. Are we okay now?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, my dear Sajo, you are Muslim, I assume, right?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Malaikum
Walaikum
salam.
salam.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
It's good to see you. Though just getting on the shore, but you have deliberated, you have said a lot already. So I would not want to take you back. Maybe I'll be repeating some questions or things that have been stated already. But it's good to see you, and I must commend your courage. It takes a lot to muster such a courage to come or publicly to speak on issues like this. Like a lot of the caller has stated already that there were in fact accusations that my dear brother Gilman was trying to make up all of these stories all by himself for political reasons.
Yeah.
But it's good that you have vindicated him. You have come out to speak. At least the world is seeing you to know that indeed this is not a made-up story. We say thank you very much. And I'm happy to see you and continue to muster the courage. My only thing, like I stated, I don't know whether you have gone through that, but is there any, if you answer it, then don't bother, but is there any plan for you and the husband, or have you had a discussion, you and your husband, to reconcile issue for you to get him back? Are there any plans as such?
I mean, I'm trying to help him with what I'm doing, because I don't think, as he said himself, the path he's in with right now is haram. No matter how we want to explain it, it's very haram. So I'm just trying to get him back to the right path. So even me, as his wife, is my role. Like even like the women said before, with the husbands are like the baby. If you see them going on a wrong path, it's your role to bring them back, and help them in a way you can.
Wow.
So it's part of my role as a wife and as a mother to help him.
Mm-hmm.
I even told him on my recording that I will always be here for him.
Right.
Right.
Because I'm happy that you responded in that direction, and I'm happy that you still see the reason to reconcile with him. Because, many times we human, we make decisions sometimes thinking that we are doing the right thing, but until we are told, sometimes we don't understand that we are on the wrong track.
Right.
I don't know all of the details of what really transpired and what led him up to the point, knowing fully well that you are his wife and rather engaged in such a situation. Because I listened to, my brother posted something in our chat room, and I listened to MACDELLA COOPER claiming that in fact, there is nowhere, a record anywhere to show that you and this her quote-unquote husband is married.
Right.
She stated, I think I listened to that video, so that's where my concern, originated from, that if you got those things to establish that indeed this is your husband that was kind of snatched away from you, and somebody is sitting somewhere claiming that indeed there is nothing as such. Because, my sister, I'm coming with this question because there is a precedent for this individual already.
Yes, on top of it. I'm not the first one.
Case in point, our immediate past president.
Yes, yes.
She got entangled with him, knowing fully well that he was married.
Correct.
Yeah.
With family. And she did not consider that. And unfortunately, this person is supposed to be an educated person. And yesterday she made such a decision. So the precedent is there. I'm not making it up. The precedent is there.
Yeah.
So
That's not me. That's
quite
not the other
honestly,
people
it's not
doing.
straightforward, but that's why I decided to bring that question to you, whether it's something that he was doing it subconsciously, meaning to say he did it not knowing, or or he did it consciously. So that's why I just wanted to get back at you. But I guess you have deliberated a lot. So if
Absolutely.
you can help out with it, that would be great. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Sajo,
Yes.
you have the last word there. Let me ask you this before. Boykai appointed her political advisor.
Yes.
What do you say to him? What advice would she give him?
Yeah, that's actually I don't see what kind of advice you could give to him really. Knowing her background, knowing the character she has, maybe she will give him advices on how to break families. That one, she has a PhD on it.
Wow.
But other than that,
wow.
I don't really see any kind of political advice you could possibly give to him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she will tell you how to steal other people's
Yeah,
wife.
that one she has a PhD of it. The only education she has there, or professional skills or qualification.
Yeah.
How to destroy people's family and have kids with married men. And that's not, I don't think that's something we need in politics, really.
No. Wow.
And I think there's so many other women in Liberia that are really highly educated, who have no background like her, like such a serial husband sealer background like her that could be very good advisors, who have good reputation. So I think even one of the ladies that is there, I think it's just like almost rewarding the bad behavior. So I think that's very right. So Bokai, Mr. President Bokai, I don't know, what is this? Is this a way to promote the bad behavior, the women with the bad behavior, as if they were not very good Liberian women there, with the good behavior. So it's very special. But then I must say I've never even seen anything like that, because I don't see how you could nominate anybody with that kind of profile to any kind of position in politics, and especially next to the president. But then maybe when that will happen to someone that's near his family, then he will understand.
Right. Well, thank you very much. We heard quite a bit from you here tonight. That Alioune Kebe was married before he met you. He had a wife, but then he left that and came and married you. And
yeah, and I'm friends with
altogether he has 7 children.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 children. And we heard also that one of his ex-wife from Canada has been following this show. And if we can reach out to her, maybe she can help us. I want to assure you, what we do here is not one day show, then the show finish. We keep the story going.
Triple D.
Okay, we keep the story going. So now that you've told us more or almost everything, because 1 hour, 2 hour for since 2006, you better know MACDELLA Cooper. That's a whole lot.
Yes.
That's a whole lot. So the story continues on this platform. Maybe other shows will pick it up, because MACDELLA Cooper is a political figure. She ran to be president. She ran to be senator. Now she's political advisor.
Yes.
So she's a public figure, and public figures supposed to be role models, especially for a woman, a lady.
Especially for a woman, I'm like,
yeah. So the story continues. Thank you very much for coming on here tonight, gracing our platform, the global stage. And
yes, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. No doubt. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sajo. Thank you. It's highly appreciated. Once again, we appreciate your courage. Okay, keep it up. Okay.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Au revoir. À bientôt.
Yeah, you see the leave button, you can just click on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Ibi.
Yeah, my brother.
You got the last word, my man.
Oh man, you know, she is courageous. I must commend that, and thank you for the effort. And you are quite vindicated once again. And quite honestly, my brother, you know, the story was speculating out there, and people say, "Oh, this is one of these things that Michael Gilman decided to bring out again."
Yeah.
And tonight, she is on the show to clarify issues. I must commend your resilience on that part.
Right.
The Triple D department, trust me, they delve into it, and the world and the world have seen it, and we say thank you for that.
Right.
But you know, my brother, this is, let me just retrospect a little bit. This is how the Witherspoon case started.
Mm-hmm.
And people were in total denial. And they try to brush it aside. They say, oh, you know, this thing, nothing like that, and so on and so forth. And fast forward today, we are where we are with that other story. So the world got to see that. And you know, and for an individual to be in the limelight and then playing a pivotal role and then try to demonize a sitting president, literally, calculated to bring him down, and only to come to the realization that this individual is not just one of a case, but rather litanies of issues that have culminated into this particular case here again today. I don't know what is the moral standing on those kind of things.
Right.
That would be, she would be playing a pivotal role, talking about being an advisor to a president. Forget about all of the things that she had an ambition to run.
What can I do? What can I do?
To be an advisor. What are you advising this president for?
Yeah.
When you can't even advise your very self on your own internal activities.
Right.
Because whatever the situation that you came up with this gentleman, I mean, it was just a wrong decision that you did, that you took.
Right.
And you are living with that today. And you come here to say you come and advise the president of a nation. You literally become part, a face of that nation too. So it's a sad thing, but it is what it is. And the ladies, I know demeanor and everything, how composed she is and relaxed. I believe she got this under control. Mm-hmm. And she's going to take rational decision, because maybe that gentleman might be in a different lane right now, owing to so many other things that can play in. But eventually he will come to planet Earth and then understand the reality of issues and move on. But indeed, it's a sad thing. And we just hope that Liberia will get to understand some of those people that are coming around trying to portray themselves as people that can lead a country in a positive direction. Quite honestly. Yeah. That's great.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Well, folks, thanks very much for listening to this repeat broadcast. This was a show we did on February the 19th, 2024. The first that brought about the story of Sajo Juwara and the Big MA couple. We'll be back with you later on this evening, Wednesday, June the 5th, with a brand new edition of our show here, in which time we will analyze this video and her husband's appearance on Spoon Network yesterday. Okay? All of you that place calls to us here this evening, we'll take your calls later on tonight. Okay? Do have yourself a wonderful night, and I'll catch you on the rebound. Well, folks, that does it for us here tonight. Thanks to our guest, the beautiful model Sajo Juwara. She joined us from the Gambia tonight. She traveled back home the last 2 days and was able to make the show tonight. All thanks to Sajo Juwara. Thanks to all of you, our distributors of the show. Those of you that trended with us, call us into the show, giving words of encouragement to Sajo. Thank you very much. Well, you heard a story from Sajo herself. We are open to hosting MACDELLA Cooper, if you so desires, to come here and answer the hard questions as well. When did she get to know Sajo Juwara? When did she get to meet Alioune Kebe, Sajo's husband? The drums are beating and we are dancing. We want to dance to MACDELLA Cooper's rhythm as well. We want to play Who Owns Lala? Who owns Lala? Is it Malawala or Big Steve?